Praise to you, Lord Jesus Christ.
Good morning, my dear brothers and sisters. In our gospel today, Jesus asked Simon Peter, Simon, son of John, do you love me? Not once, but 3 times. Do you love me? In our situation today, in what we are experiencing today, it's very tempting to reverse the question to Jesus. It's very tempting na tayo naman ang magtanong sa Diyos, Lord, do you love me? Lord, do you love us? If you love us, Lord, then stop the virus. Or if you love us, Lord, cure the sick. Or if you love us, Lord, then help us in our trials. It's very tempting to ask the Lord, do you love us? But if we rewind our life, we go back to our life, we try to look our life today, and even in the coming days, we can see that God's love for us is consistent. His love endures forever. Reflecting upon, maybe it is us who is not consistent in loving the Lord. It is us who has a different definition of love. Like Peter, we failed as a disciple of Jesus. Like Peter, we denied the Lord not only 3 times, but many times. Allow me to share 2 points for our reflection in our gospel for today, especially on the question of Jesus to Peter, do you love me? First, Jesus is stressing to Peter that even if he failed as an apostle and denied Jesus 3 times, Jesus still loves him. Even if Peter is unworthy, Jesus still forgives Peter and trusts Peter to be the head of the church. The threefold denial of Peter was replaced by the threefold opportunity of forgiveness by Jesus. After Jesus' resurrection, he appeared to his disciples. And Jesus brings not retribution or revenge to the failure of the disciples. The first words of Jesus to them was, Shalom, peace be with you. And so because of Jesus' resurrection and forgiveness, Peter was restored, Peter was reconciled, and Peter was renewed back to God. And so the threefold denial of Peter was affirmed by Peter's threefold affirmation of love. It was affirmed by threefold affirmation of love. Yes, Lord, you know that I love you. Lord, you know everything. Yes, God knows everything. He knows our strength and weaknesses. My dear brothers and sisters, like Peter in our life, we also failed and commit mistakes. Yet like Peter, God's love for us remained the same. His mercy and forgiveness endures forever. His grace sustains us always. Like Peter, everybody has the opportunity to change and receive the grace to regain back our dignity as children of God. By God's mercy and forgiveness, we can be restored and renewed. Remember, in the eyes of the Lord, no one is a hopeless case. Everyone has still a chance to change for the better by the grace of God. No one is a hopeless case. Everyone has still a chance to change for the better in the eyes of God. For God does not look what we did before or what our failures we commit, but God looks our heart. He looks the sincerity of our heart. Yes, despite our unworthiness, our failures, and our weaknesses, like Peter, Jesus still invites us, come, follow me. And so as the saying goes, the greatest expression of love is forgiveness. The greatest expression of love is forgiveness. Jesus stressed to Peter that even he has failed as an apostle and denied him 3 times, Jesus replaced it with his threefold opportunity of forgiveness. Second, The question of Jesus, do you love me? 3 times, is a challenge for us to transcend our understanding of love, that we need to go beyond our own definition of love. The word love is the most common word that we used, the most popular. And it's also the most abusive word because we have a lot of definitions and meaning. But for Jesus, love is not just personal. It is not just exclusive for our circle of friends or to those who are easy to love. It is not also a feeling. Ang pag-ibig ay hindi lang isang emosyon. But love for Jesus entails sacrifice. It entails service for the sake of others. And even it entails offering of one's life for the good of others. Yes, Jesus knows that Peter loves him. But Jesus challenged Peter to go deeper into his love for him by following his footsteps of offering his life for the sake of others, for the good of others. As Jesus said to Peter, if you love me, tend my sheep. If you love me, feed my sheep. Last May 24, Frater Kevin Pisaras, one of our Filipino frater or seminarian based in Lisbon, Portugal, professed his perpetual vows. Perpetual vows is professing for life or making a lifetime commitment to live the religious life in the SVD. It's very interesting na yung pinadala niyang invitation card informing his perpetual vows, he was wearing a face mask. He was wearing a face mask, indicating that he professed his perpetual vows during the COVID-19 pandemic crisis. He professed his perpetual vows in a very simple manner. Very few people attended because of the quarantine, and not even his family was present there. Professing a perpetual vows in time of uncertainty because of the pandemic crisis is difficult, and even for me, unthinkable. But this is one of the greatest proof of transcending our understanding of life, understanding of love. This is our very concrete way of answering the Lord, yes, Lord, I love you. His willingness to offer his life as a religious missionary SVD to other people, offering his life for the flock of God, even in difficult times, even in this time of pandemic. He's willing to say, yes, Lord, I love you. Kaya nga sabi nila, ang pag-ibig ay hindi lamang emosyon, kundi isang desisyon. Ang pag-ibig ay hindi lamang isang emosyon, kundi isang desisyon. It is not just saying, I love you, Lord, in words, but we need to make a concrete decision to show our love for the Lord. Also, last May 21, 5 of our newly ordained SBD Filipino priests based in our seminary in Tagaytay had their mission sending ceremony. This mission sending ceremony is they received their mission crosses, and officially our superiors sent them to go to their first mission assignment. And most of these 5 newly ordained SBD priests, Filipino priests, are foreign mission. They are assigned to the foreign mission. And to go to the foreign mission assignment in this time of pandemic is difficult. This is another proof of transcending their love for the Lord, going beyond our own definition of love, not just in a personal way, but in offering one's life for the sake of the Lord and His church. My dear brothers and sisters, we don't need to become a religious or to be a missionary to express our love for the Lord. Today, in this time of crisis and pandemic, we can transcend our understanding of love. If during the start of pandemic, nung nagumpisa yung quarantine and lockdown, we focus only among ourselves, our family members, how to secure food, how to secure medicine, how to secure our provisions. Kaya nga, may mga hoarding, may mga nagpapanic buying because we try to focus on ourselves and our loved ones. But now we need to respond to the challenge of Jesus to transcend and go beyond. We do not know how or when will this pandemic end. But in this new normal na tinatawag, we need now to respond to the challenge of Jesus to go beyond ourselves, to transcend our love beyond for the sake of others. As Jesus challenged us in our gospel today, do you love me more than this? More than your security? More than your profession? More than yourself? Do you love me more than this? We need to sacrifice and help also other people. We need also to be selfless in taking care of those in need. We need to show our love to Jesus more than what we have. We can make an extra mile. We can go beyond for the sake of others. Jesus is also asking us today, my dear brothers and sisters, do you love me more than this? Then if you love me, tend my sheep, feed my sheep. This is what it means to go beyond our definition of love. Let me end with one comment. May nabasa kong isang comment ng isang doktor na nag-aalaga ng COVID patient. Sabi niya, I cannot be strong now, but I can be brave. I cannot be strong now, but I can be brave. Yes, we are not strong because of our weaknesses and shortcomings as a person, but we can be brave and stand firm in our faith today and love for Jesus. We can be brave to go beyond our expression of love for others. We can be brave enough to follow Jesus like Peter, even amidst uncertainties and difficulties, even amidst this pandemic. We are not strong because of our limitation, but in God's grace, we can be brave to follow Jesus. Remember the saying, the best things come to those who do not give up. The best things come to those who do not give up. Amen.